Yo, what up? We're back again. I'm literally recording this right after the other thing that's probably coming out before this. Um, we're doing the random event team randomizer thing again. However, this time, let's do duos. That'd be fun, right? Let's make some duos. Let's make some duo teams. Honestly, I could probably even make more teams than the standard 10. We'll probably decide on that during the randomizer. This is the list of people. It's a random selection of people who've played events before and people who have not. So what we're gonna do is we spin. It tells us Lily Pichu. I grab Lily Pichu, put her on a team. Then the next person I spin, I have to decide whether they are going to go with Lily or on a separate team. In the instance of Pezzy, we put Pezzy on a different team. Where's Pezzy? Where's Pezzy? Pezzy. Here's Harvey. Harvey is a fun one to work with here because Harvey knows not necessarily a lot of people, but does work with a lot of people. John. God, I feel like I have to commit to John with Lily. I'm gonna have such a restricted roster of players, where number one, balancing is gonna be an absolute nightmare. But number two, the amount of opportunities I get to put people with people they know is really rare. So I'm gonna put John with Lily. Lee will put on a separate team. Sorry, Lee over here. Cottontail VA is interesting. So Cotton, I think a separate team is a better call than anything. Cotton might know Lee. Decent chance. I don't know. But Cotton, I'm just setting up for an S tier, right? I'm gonna probably get a good micro player. Boger will put on a separate team. We'll put Boger. Where Boger at? Boger at over here on a separate team. Spoke is wow, what a fun person to to make a team for here. I'm gonna put Spoke with Pezzy. That makes absolutely no sense in terms of connections, but it's funny. Am I gonna team myself with Colin Till? I kind of have to in this instance, yeah. Elena goes with Harvey. That's a freebie. That's a freebie and a half. Joe Bart. Wow. I love Joe Bart. We'll put Joe Bart with, yeah, we'll put Joe Bart on his own team first of all, and then we'll see. Boomer and AIM? I think Boomer's kind of a... Is Boomer even on here? No. Right? B-O... Okay, so Boomer's not on here. So Boomer, I guess, is an invalid pull. Seth Bling is probably on here, though. Yeah, Seth Bling's right here. Seth Bling we're going to put on his own team, and we're going to cross our fingers that we get an S tier. Greninja. Actually, that works. Hold on. I just remember. Yeah, wait, they literally know each other. That's funny. Pearl's going to have to be on her own little dealio here. I could... actually, you know what? I'm gonna put Pearl with Lee because Lee is Aussie, so that's a fun connection. Jacksepticeye though, that's a different deal. Jacksepticeye, hold on. There we go. I'm tempted to put Jacksepticeye with Joe Bart because I think it's funny. I don't actually think. I mean, of course, Joe Bart knows of Jack. I know Jack is familiar with Queso. I don't know if he's going to be familiar with Joe Bart, but I wouldn't be surprised. So that'd be a fun combo. Shira will be on her own team. Shira is here. Awesome Dude is going to also probably be on his own team. Yeah, Piso we're going to put with Sam. Where Awesome, or not Awesome, where Piso at? Piso right here. And then Jess will go with Boger, probably. It's like the closest for Jess to go with the people here. And then Simple Flips is the final person I pulled, and Simple Flips is right here. Alright. Let's try to fix this. with the people that we have available here. First easy change to make is we put Jess with Lee. This is literally just a good combination. Of course, Boger and Pearl doesn't really make sense, but we can fix that, I think. Wait, can we? Yeah, so Pearl we'll put with Sam, just because Sam with Hermits works. That's good. Pisa with Boger is a bit of an odd one. Admittedly, that is a bit of a tricky combination. Piso we'll put with, I guess, Harvey. That's like a little bit better. Elena and Harvey makes sense, but Elena works a little bit better with other people as well. Who though is a great question. I don't know. Wow, what a weird selection of people we're dealing with. Let's throw in some substitutes. Why am I making so many things? I do not need that many. Last recording I did, I gave myself 5 subs. We'll do the same thing here. Pangy is the one, and then we'll continue. The subs here are kind of just new people, Harry as well, to work with in terms of putting them in over others. Velvet as well, being right here. Getting a bunch of Minecrafters, which does help a little bit. Tommy in it, which helps for one of the teams, and then it's just all Minecrafters. Engal is the final one. Okay, well, let's make that work. So I think to start, we can put Tom Simons with Jacksepticeye, which gives us Joe Bart to work with now. Who is Joe Bart like a good combo with? I honestly think in terms of balancing, we're going to take Lily out and put Joe with John. Joe and John do know each other. Actually, wait, no, Joe with Pezzy, of course. How silly of me. Literally right there in front of my eyes, and I completely forgot about that. What the hell am I looking at here? I'm gonna skip that song. Okay. So I think what we're not touching in terms of combos, we're not touching this one, we're not touching this one, we're not touching this one, we're not touching this one. I think the rest we can play around with if needed. Okay. I think, because we just got a bunch of Minecrafters, the variety of people are just going to have to stick together somehow. Pangy teamed with Simple Flips in Block Wars. That is the best we can do for that, I think. So we take Shira out for now. Okay. Is there anyone better for Pearl than Sam? I don't think Sam and Pearl's like a misfit at all. I think that's fine. It's just that I'm trying to think if there is even a better option. I don't think so. So I think that's just definitively a choice there. I'm thinking Boger kind of has to be thrown out here just because I don't really know who would even make sense for Boger to be with, other than maybe John, and then we take out Lily. I feel like Boger and John could be familiar with each other. I think that'd be fine. Right, that's probably chill. Elena should be easy to work with. Even just Velvet Elena is good, right? But then as well, like Velvet Elena and Harvey's fine. Throw out Piso potentially, but who would we throw in? I don't know. I mean, Piso is like not bad to work with, right? Spoke with like Nestor, it could work. Just a big Minecraft YouTuber team. That's really strong though, if we're being honest. So yeah, interesting, huh? I mean, balancing still is not the best because look at some of the top teams. But whatever. Okay. So, in terms of, would I even change this? Probably not. So we're gonna put this one as a definitive one as well. In terms of the bottom 3 teams, right? We have an empty slot. We have these two. Harvey and Elena is a very good combo. However, we may need one of them to make a different thing work, right? Like Velvet Elena is very good. Can Harvey and Engal, of course, would work, but that's really overpowered. I don't see a world where we're putting Shira or Lily in unless you're putting them with like me. Or more so in the case of Shira, if you put Shira with me, that'd be fine. I don't know Lily, so that wouldn't really necessarily make sense on paper. Piso and Harvey feels like it could work. I just don't know if they know each other. Do they? I'm taking that risk? I could. Harry there could be fine too. I don't think they know each other either, but be fine. I mean, Harry with Velvet is chill too. I think Harry's a pretty outgoing guy. I think he'd be down to team with anybody. Even what you could also do is you could put Harry with Pearl, possibly. Because Sam and Velvet's a good combo, right? I think that's fine. Would Harry and Pearl make sense? It'd be fine. Or do I take out Pearl as well? Could. I mean, what also would be cool is this, right? Lifesteal Hermit crossover, but like that's not a very normal combination. Spoke his hair, this like super energetic, whatever guy, and then Pearl, who's a bit more on the chill side. But in terms of my available options, it's not really looking too promising otherwise. At least Harry and Pearl have the MCC crowd crossover, right? They're kind of from the same bubble. So I think that's what we're going to be sticking with. Probably, right? Probably the best, probably the best combo we can come up with from the selected group of players. So yeah, let's go over it from the top to the bottom. Boger and John. A combo that I don't necessarily make sense. Maybe they know each other. Or it makes sense, but I don't know if they actually know each other. They have a lot of mutual friends, though. They have a lot of people that they are good friends with who know each other. So they should work together nicely. Joe and Pezzy have teamed in the past and hung out a decent bit post Block Wars. So that's cool. That's chill. Then... Harvey and Elena, they're friends. Lee and Jess, they're friends. Me and Cotton, familiar. It works. Me and Shiro would make a little bit more sense, but like Cotton's chill. That's fine. Then Sam and Velvet's friends. Tommy and Jack are friends. Well, they know each other at least, right? Stu and Seth works. Could have also have put Stu with Jess. Would that have opened the door for a team that makes more sense? No, because Lee and Jess is just such a good combo. Pangy and Simple teamed in Block Wars. Harry and Pearl, not sure if they know each other, but it feels like it would make sense. So that's that. That's my duo's rendition of this. This is an interesting challenge, for sure. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you later. Goodbye.